guys, it's Shannon. Today we are going to make Mexican rice. So first you're going to need some corn oil to toast the rice in there. You're then going to need your long grain white rice. You're going to need some salt. We are going to need the chicken bouillon flavoring. Some minced garlic. You can also use a regular clove of garlic if you have that. We're going to need some tomato paste. We need water, and then an eighth of an onion cut up. I've already put my corn oil in the pan. I'm just waiting for it to get a little warm, which actually it looks like it's good to go. So we're going to go ahead and add our rice. I have doubled the recipe, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the regular recipe is. So you would add, your corn oil should be 3 tablespoons of the corn oil. Let that heat up, and then add 1 cup of the long grain rice. All you got to do with the rice is just keep stirring it. We're waiting for it to get toasty. You don't want to overburn it, so I highly recommend that you keep stirring it while it's going so that it doesn't burn. Okay, so as we're waiting for that to go, I'm going to go ahead and grab the 1/4 cup of water, the tomato paste. We're going to add that to that, which is 1 teaspoon. I'm sorry, it's a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, tablespoon. And then put your garlic, which is either the clove or the minced garlic, which I have, which is... Basically, I just put a tablespoon of minced garlic in mine. I like garlic. And then basically just stir that up. Make sure you're still stirring your rice. I'm going to take a quick break while we're waiting on this rice, and I'll be back once it's toasted and let you see what it looks like and go from there. Hey guys, we're back. It's been about 5 minutes, and this is what my rice is looking like. It's pretty, it's toasted now. You can smell it's got that toasted smell to it also. So next what we're going to do is we are going to add the tomato recipe that we had set aside, which technically was the tomato paste, the onion, the garlic, and then the 1/4 cup of water. Now, I put a little more onion in mine, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that in. And I'm going to stir that up for a second. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato paste with the water and the garlic in it. You're basically going to stir this constantly for 1 minute. Here's what you should look like. Now in a separate bowl you should have 1½ cups of water along with, you need to put a ½ teaspoon of salt along with, how much was that? 1 teaspoon of this in it. I've already mixed mine up in with the water. And after you have got all this cooking for the 1 minute, we are going to go ahead and add the water mixture with the bouillon and the salt. Now that's going to start to sizzle, so be careful. I'm going to go ahead and stir that together. You're basically bringing this to a boil. And I still have it on medium heat. I'm going to bring it to a boil and then we're going to cover it. And we're going to turn that heat down to low and cover it for 20 minutes. It won't take long for this to come to a boil. Okay, mine has came to a boil. I am going to cover it. Turn my heat down to low. Set the timer for 20 minutes. And remember, do not lift the lid. Let it go for 20 minutes. And we will be back in 20 minutes and I'll let you see where we are from then. Okay guys, 20 minutes is up. I have removed it from the heat now. We are going to lift the lid, let the steam out, which went all over my stove. That's awesome. But now we're going to put the lid back on it, remove it for 10 minutes, and then it'll be good to go to fork it out and fluff it. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes. We are going to take the lid off of it and we are going to fluff it up now. And this is what your Mexican rice should look like. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Let me know if you tried it. Hey guys, we just did a video, I'll probably include it with that, but making Mexican rice. We're also going to do, Taco Bell has this double-decker out, and so here is our version of the double-decker. Each of us likes something different. We're a family of 4. I don't like spice. My husband and my kids like spice. I do not. But right now we're going to take this queso cheese that I put in my small little crock pot. It's really all it is just that the queso block from Velveeta that I just cut it half of it up and put it in this to heat up. I am going to scoop it on the bottom of the tortilla bread, which I got at Aldi's. The flour tortilla, you get 8 of them in there, so I'm making 2 per person. And that's basically what I'm doing right now. You're kind of coming along with me to prep this out, and then I will take you to the griddle and show you how we're going to make our version. We've done this a couple times with the leftover meat. We recently had nachos for dinner, and so we had leftover meat, and this is what we came up with to use it. So I'm just prepping these. I'm going to put 2 on each plate. That way when we get over there and I start cooking them, I know what I'm doing per kid. Because we have leftover regular meat with garlic and onions in it with the taco seasoning that you put in it. And then we have another one where the meat is mixed with chorizo, which is that spicy sausage, which I cannot handle that. Anything spicy to me tends to eat my tongue, it eats my lips, and I'm just not a fan of it. Okay, so this one is prepped. We're going to set that aside. We're going to move on to 2 more. I don't know if you guys eat Taco Bell, but when they had the double decker out, of course I had to go try one, and that's what made me think of, hey, let's do similar to what that is to use up our meat. I am all for trying to use something for your leftovers. I don't like having to throw away food, especially knowing that there are so many people out there that can't afford food right now. Okay, there's 2 more that are prepped. Let's move on to the next 2. These 2 are prepped. Now we're down to the last 2 in that package. A lot of times my eyeballs are bigger than my belly, and I can sit here and tell you I'm going to eat this whole thing. Chances are half of this I'm not going to eat. And let me tell you what, that's when a 15-year-old son comes in play, because he eats the rest of my food. Now, I do have a helper with me today helping me cook. I have my husband in the kitchen with me, but he does not want to be on video. So we are not going to video him, nor do my kids want on video either. So normally I just holler that I'm starting to record, and they stay out of wherever I'm at so that they don't get put on it. You know, when your kids are 15, Mom and Dad are not cool. Okay, so this is gone. We are going to throw this away, and we will be right back. We're going to move over to the griddle. Alright guys, we are back. I am at the griddle now. It looks like we are going to make mine first, since I have the majority of the meat. The griddle is already heated up. It's pretty hot. I'm going to put my 2 on there. And then I'm going to take some of the meat that I've already heated up in the microwave and sprinkle it on there. Now you don't want to do huge pieces of it because you're going to end up folding this to where it's considered a double stacker. So right now we're letting everything heat up on it. Trying to get a little bit of the brown on the tortilla too. And this is all the meat that I'm putting on this, because we are going to fold this in half and then we're going to fold it in half again. So it's basically you're eating it with the, like a quarter piece of it. Now, once the meat is on it, I'm going to take some Mexican style, the shredded cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on it, basically getting the meat to stay on it. And keep an eye on the underneath too. Make sure you don't burn it. So my tortilla is getting brown underneath. I'm going to go ahead and fold mine in half now. And be careful because it is hot. Now I'm going to let that cook for a couple minutes. That way, letting it heat up, and then we are going to fold it again, creating that double stacker. Now, if you want to put any salsa on yours, any kind of sauce on yours, you can also do that. When it's done, you can put sour cream on top of it too. It's whatever you're interested in doing. So I'm now going to fold that in half. We're going to do the other one. And it's not that easy to fold in half at this point. You kind of just have to use your spatula to help you along. I'm just going to flip them a little bit too. Okay, and that double stacker is done. So now I'm going to take what mixture I have left of the regular meat, and I'm going to add my chorizo meat with the regular because my kids and my husband both like the spice. That way they can get a little bit more spice with theirs. So now we start the process again, making 2 more. Now we do have refried beans too that we have that are heated up, and we're going to put that on the side with the Mexican rice that we had already made. I know it sounds like a lot of food. Chances are we're not going to eat most of it. I think we're so hungry our eyeballs are bigger than our bellies. I haven't ate anything but a granola bar today, so I am starving. Alright guys, I'm sure you don't want to watch me do the rest of these since I still have, what, 4 more to ideally make after these 2. So I will be back once our plates are ready and I'll show you what the end result is. Okay guys, we are back. Here is our plate completed. It has refried beans on it. We've got the Mexican rice that we made and then the double stacker. Now you can always put a little bowl on the side if you want to dip your double stacker in anything. I think I'm going to put mine in green sauce. So, bon appetit. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you try it. Bye-bye.